So I saw somebody post online after I got done trading today, and they said, oh, the market was chopped today and that's why I'm red. No, it's not. The market was chopped, you made bad decisions, or you probably have a really bad strategy and that's why you're red, right? So that's why I'm making this video, and I'm gonna show you the trades that I take every single day and that I took today. On a day you would consider chop, I caught a bunch of bangers, I made a bunch of money on live, and I screen shared it to all the members in the Discord community, right? If you wanna trade with me, the link is in the description. Let's get straight into the video. I don't wanna waste your time, and yeah, not a single red trade got alerted today. Bangers. Let's get into it. So let's get straight into it and no wasting time. A lot of people see the market, right, like this, and they're like, oh my god, it's chopped, right? You could see the open. I'm in Eastern time, right? It's September 10th right here. This is the 9:30 candle, right? This is where we opened. A lot of people see this and they're like, yo, this is straight chop. We're just moving sideways, right? And it's these days that hurt most people when they trade, right? They FOMO into trades, or they just can't read price action. But if you have a good strategy like SBS, BOS, right? The strategies I trade every single day and that I'm up 10 payouts on the month in August on using, you can learn and be successful on a day like today, right? So let's get straight into it. Play number one, right? Market opened and I went to the 15-second just now because that's where we took the play. I'm going to go to the market open. So I'm on the 15-second. This is the market open, 9:30 a.m. New York session, right? And right when we opened, we started to form this, right? We came down, we formed a 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, which is an SBS, right? If you want to learn SBS, right, which is basically this, right? This is where you're taking your entry. If you want to learn SBS, I have a whole nother video dedicated to SBS. I'll link in the description, or it's probably on the screen right now too, explaining it in depth. So if you want to watch that, go watch that. You'll get a way better explanation in there. And if you want to watch me trade it live, come trade it live with me, right? So this is the trade that I took, right? It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to take my entry on the break of the 4, right? That's where I always like to take my entry, right? Keep my stop tight, 8 points, and I got out for 2R on that. So I caught 17, 16 points basically, fresh out the gate on my funded banger. You can see it ran full TP, full zone. You don't have to hold full zone. It even ran more than that. I don't really need to catch the whole move. I just want to catch a slice of the pie. So I got my 2R and I got the fuck out of there. I'm sure other members in the Discord kept holding it and caught more, but I didn't feel the need for that. So that's an SBS, right? Then let's go to the 1 minute. Right, so that was that SBS we took. Let me delete all this stuff on the chart, get it out the way. So that's one trade we already took, right? That was successful. That's one trade, right? Now, where is my second trade? My second trade is right here, right? After that SBS played out, right here, that's that dump I caught. It was 4, 5 up here. I caught that dump. Once we came down, right, I saw it started chopping around, right? This is all chop, 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 chop. Once we started coming up, I started realizing, oh shit, we could do a 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5. And I liked my 5 there, and that is a 4 instead of this, because I also was watching this right here to this right here, right? It's high and low. It's a swing high, swing low, right? Mark out that whole zone, and you could see I was looking for a retrace deeper towards the 50. Couldn't really get it, but we started coming down, ended up taking the break on the 4, and we ended up catching a short again. I ended up catching another like 2R right there. Actually, it was more than 2R. I took it down here, so it was like 2.5. So that again ran pretty fucking far, right? Full TP. I'm not holding all that. But yeah, that's a banger. That's that play we took. Now, right after we took that play, right, and we caught that short up there, this was a banger, right? We started coming down, right, and we got a BOS and a SBS, right? I'll explain what a BOS is quickly to you. It's basically, you know, market's moving like that, and you come up, you break that level, you're marking out that zone, you're trying to get an entry at the 50 to take it higher again, right? This is your entry for the long. Right? We got that paired with the SBS, which is the first couple trades that I showed you, right? The first two. But look at this. This was nice. So that initial SBS zone we played, right? You get that swing high, that swing low, right? If you move that zone over, we ended up going and tapping in, and this is where we took our play. But I'll show you the BOS with the SBS, right? So right here, you could do 1, 2, 3, right? And this is the real big play, right? This is a textbook. 1, 2, 3. You come down, you liquidate that 2. You make that 4 down here, right? You breathe a little bit, consolidate, go lower, make that 5, 4, 5, right? So you could have done two things here. You got that, you have these swings, right? Perfect. That you love to see that, right? You have this zone. Now you're already in the 50% of that zone, right? So that's already an extra confluence to keep going up. On top of that, you have that SBS that formed perfectly at that zone, right? So if you took the entry, how I typically take my SBS entries, it would be like this. On the break of that 4, you'd get in, your stop would be right there. You would have ran 3R, a big play, right, before you come back into your break even, go into a little bit of drawdown, and you catch the bigger move, right? The market doesn't move up like this, it moves up like that, right? It needs to breathe. So it still wouldn't have stopped you out anyways. Or you could have been like, you know what, I don't want to take that SBS, let me get a BOS entry, right? Which is, right, how I explained to you, where it's going like this, and you take that break, right, and you're getting in at the 50 like this. The same way I explained that to you right there. We're going down right here, you can see, right? And then we end up getting that BOS entry right here, right? This is where structure breaks, right? We're coming down, we end up coming up, breaking right there. So you mark out that high to that low, right? And this was actually what I took, right? This is the trade that I took. I didn't take that SBS because that 4 or 5 was a little funky. So I said, you know what, let's see if we get a BOS entry, right? And we did this literally on live. I literally said, instead of getting into 50, I'm going to try to get in at the 30 right here, right? To try to get a smaller entry, right? A smaller stop so I can get bigger RR a lot faster, try to get out of that and just mitigate some of that risk. And I ended up getting a sniper entry on this at the 70. You can see we literally tapped, not the 70, it's the 30. But you can see we literally tapped it and went straight up, and it was a banger. Let me mark out what it looks like, right? I'm only risking, what is that, 4 or 5 points? Like, that's nothing, right? That's nothing. And look at that play you could have caught, right? You take that to that full structure, banger, right? After that play, I got off. But these are all plays I took on live, screen shared, right? You got, this last play was a textbook play though. Like if you're back testing, there's no reason you shouldn't have caught that, right? You had the SBS entry, right? You had it perfectly in the 50 or even the 0.618 of the swing, high and low over here, right? Perfect area to bounce, right? You got the SBS, right? The SBS entry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You could have took that entry and caught a banger. Or you could have got that SBS, seeing that we were in these swings too. It's a perfect area to bounce. And waited for the BOS entry to get at the 50 and go higher. I didn't even get it at the 50. I got it at the 30, which is even better, right? I ended up getting shaken out for a couple contracts like up here, and we were coming up towards TP, started coming down. I put it at break even. I got stopped out, but then I took a re-entry right here, and then bang, went up, sold my contracts, made my money on my fundeds. But you can see the market's not chop. You just need a better strategy to learn, right? I trade SBS and BOS. Those are my two strategies. I trade every day. My bread and butter. So, just trade one thing, trade one model, and I promise to God it will work out. You will master it. Days like this that are chopped, just going back and forth, super slow, were always the days that used to mess me up a year and a half ago or whatever it was when I first started trading prop firms. Now it doesn't. Now I have that patience to just wait for my model, and I know it's going to show up because SBS, if you're in VIP, you'll know SBS is quite literally how the market moves. It's not some fugazi, pattern this, pattern that. It's just a pattern. Just follow the pattern. No, it's quite literally how the market moves. It liquidates certain levels to do certain things, right, and distribute those orders. If you want to learn more about it, you could join VIP. It's in the description. This is a sneak peek into the trades we take every single day. And hope you learned something. Take some notes. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay green.